Welcome back to the video where I talk about things. It is Friday, 5th of September, 2025. And fun fact, 4 months ago today, I released the little orange book of Bitcoin quotations. That was the first publishing date. So if you don't have a copy of it, check it out. You can find it in my X profile, I think, or my Blue Sky one, or you probably find it on my LinkedIn too if you search for it in my profile, under my posts. May 5th, 2025. Find the link to it, download it, enjoy it. Now, I want to talk to you about something a little bit different in this video, which is AI crypto weapons. I know, not a topic you hear me talk about often. But it is a topic that I deal with from time to time in some capacity. What are AI crypto weapons? They're exactly what they sound like. In gaming, they can be paper bullet systems, paper explosion, paper ordnance, whatever, that are cryptographically signed, paper game, whatever it might be, paper subscription, paper gear you buy, whatever it is, cryptographically signed, AI generated or controlled weapons in games. What about not in games? Well, they can still be cryptographically signed for security reasons. They can still be AI powered, AI generated, AI controlled, but they're real weapons that have real implications, whether non-lethal or lethal. Why would anybody want to use AI crypto weapons? Wouldn't that just slow down the whole process because of the nature of the databases? No, not necessarily, because the AI crypto weapons are not necessarily going to be, used in the same way that you would use Bitcoin across the world, right? They could be on very small networks, exclusively available to the authorized users of said networks, whether it's a gaming platform or the real world. So an army might have access to AI crypto weapons in a game, right? Or an individual player might have access to crypto weapons in a game. And the access to that kind of ordnance, weapon, whatever, would be very quick because we have a very limited distribution of network, and it would be actually probably centralized. This is a case where you can use centralized cryptocurrencies as opposed to decentralized ones. Some elements could be decentralized, like the ledgers or whatever, after a game or something, right? But the real in-time or the real-time in-game experience stuff could just as easily be, remain on centralized systems until decentralized ones are actually faster. Because in games, you need fast reaction time and all that, and lag is bad. And of course, that means even more so in the real world, where you want to make sure your real world weaponry never suffers any kind of delay, like, oh no, this transaction is not approved, right? No, you need real time, instant transactions and confirmations that are not held back by anything like lag or anything else. So why would you use cryptographically signed if it has even the potential to do lag? Well, because of security, because of the cryptographic signature. That's the real reason, right? That's the real reason. to make sure that the signer is the correct signer. And it doesn't have to create lag if it's centrally based in the same way that the rest of the system is. So it could be in the device itself, right? It could be, depending on the kind of device, it might be remotely based, right? If there's, solid connections between wherever it has to connect to, and it could even have an override if there's some kind of a problem, right? And there's an authorization code that an authorized, officer or whatever can use, or an individual if it's a private arms issue, right? Could have some kind of a manual override. But by having the AI crypto as the default, you generally will enhance the security of the operation of that ordinance. Keep it safer, you'll keep it out of the hands of the people who shouldn't be using it over there. And you'll have verified transactions for each and every ordinance that uses that system. Time, date, quantity, etc. Type, whatever it might be. It could be location too. Right? You could have GPS included in it. The AI tools could pull all kinds of information for you. You could make the decision of when to be used. Right? There are already mounted machine guns in various places around the world that make decisions about when to fire or when to not to fire. Ultimately, most of these systems, if not all of them, still need human beings to approve of any firing. And frankly, as well it should be, because you don't want a machine to automatically be for action without human involved, unless you know 100% certainty that that robot is pointing at an actual threat. Because if we allow robots to just shoot at will without human intervention or human oversight, then we're in the world of RoboCop, where the bad robot cop is, is a real clear and present danger to people around us. So we can't allow that to happen, right? That would be basically letting the robots take over, and not in a good way, right? So, I mean, of course, those kind of robots that shoot from walls or whatever are still fixed in place, and even if they were moving, they would still be relatively slow. But it would get to a point where they will be mobile and they will be fast, and they might be running around. And they might look human, they might not look human, but they might be running around at very fast speeds. Given that they're robots, they won't tire. So they can do all kinds of carnage if we are not ethical and how we maintain those systems, which is why it's important that we be very careful not to run rampant with AI and crypto weapons until we actually have a firm grasp on how to make sure that these machines have, the highest possible ethics to not commit accidental atrocities or even just terrible mistakes. Because we don't want to mess around with life and death hoping that a robot gets it right. We have to know that it gets it right every single time, that it will not make the mistake of having a glitch and just deciding to shoot off at somebody. Like anything that is possibly glitched, it needs to be tested for and needs to be demonstrated that it handles all glitches, 100% of them correctly. And if you're going to tell me, well, it works 99.99999% of the time, yeah, I'm going to tell you that's not good enough for the most part. Yeah. Unless it will literally save a nation, not good enough. You can't. You're going to have human error might be more than that, or at least human error. There's somebody accountable, has emotions, and cares. At the end of the day, and who can actually suffer real consequences should that be necessary. The robot doesn't care. has no emotions. Even if you gave it an emotion chip, it would just be a chip. A robot doesn't care. So keep that in mind. Yes, AI crypto weapons are a real thing. No, they don't need to be globally distributed, decentralized cryptos. They can be just cryptographically signed tokens to secure the transactions of a network that can be again inside of a unique device or spread across a small number or even a large number, but centrally controlled so that they're updated as fast as military systems across the world. When they use centrally controlled systems to control the drones, right? They're not using decentralized databases to cause lag for those things, right? They need them operating in real time. So they use centralized systems. Also, it's more secure for the operators of the network during the short term. Because yes, you can say, well, if it's centralized and it has it's an easier target for attack because there's less to attack. Maybe, but when it comes to military systems, normally, if you have a smart, high-tech military building such systems, they will know very well how to secure their systems. And if they don't, then they've got another issue. Right? And they shouldn't be playing with fire that they don't know how to control. Right? They shouldn't be building and releasing systems into the world that can easily be hacked. Or, you know what, if they're the bad guys, hey, let them keep building dumb things that keep getting hacked. That's great. We'll be happy to keep hacking their things. Hello to everyone that's saying hi. Good to see you. Hope you find this interesting. If you do, why don't you go ahead and like this video and subscribe and share it. I'm supposed to say that, right, in the YouTube video. You'll help me grow my channel. I'd appreciate that because, I'd like more people to hear what I have to say after the many years of insane experiences I've had in my life. There are quite a lot of interesting things I can share with you, and I hope that you gain some kind of insight from it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. It could be about the topic of this video, or hey, you know what? It could be about something else. But I'm always open to questions and conversations. Even when I'm talking about one topic, it's okay to veer to another at some point. But anyway, give it the old like and subscribe and share, and leave a comment if you want. Ask any questions. Say anything you want. I look forward to hearing from you. And I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care and peace.